ready. That was a joke because it printed me out a blank piece of paper.
Hi, I'm Alex,
And I'm Tim.
and this is Twinfluenced, our podcast with hot takes and unfiltered thoughts about everything pop culture and current.
Join us every Tuesday.
And get Twinfluenced. Welcome back
to a new episode of Twinfluenced. It's me, Tim, and Alex.
Yeah.
Today we have some exciting news to start with, and that is, of course, the Karen Reed murder trial where she was found.
She's been freed.
She's been found not guilty on the murder charge, but guilty of the OUI. And I have some thoughts on this, but do you want to share your thoughts first?
Go for it.
Okay. I think that, when I first heard about it, I was like, I don't know if she did it or not. But then, like, obviously, as I was following the case more, for those who don't know, that she was accused of backing into her boyfriend and then leaving him in the snow to die. But then, like, the more evidence that came out and the more people were testifying, it was like so clear that it was like some weird cover up to me. And then, like, the one lady went on the stand and was like, the car didn't hit him. Like, it never, and there was no impact.
Yeah, she said there's no impact. And even in the jury, one of the jurors was saying they're looking at the bumper and they're like, it was clear like this bumper wasn't from her, even from her car. Like her car was a red car. And this was like not the same color as her car. So they're saying like that bumper alone is like what caused him to be like she didn't hit him.
Yeah. And he had, and it's just so suspicious that, like, how do you not know that your friend is on your lawn? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just crazy. And then the fact, like, he had dog bites on him and then they conveniently rehome their dog. Like, there's just, and then, like, they're all connected.
I'm
I
happy
just
she's
think
free. I was
this is,
captivated within the last week of like it coming to an end and like you see all the evidence. It's like so clearly like she didn't do it and it's other people that should be investigated.
yeah, I think that she's definitely gonna get opportunities and she's gonna move on to, I don't think this is the last we've seen of Karen Reed. And she was
No,
asked if
she's
she,
definitely gonna get a multi-million-dollar book deal and so will her attorneys and so I don't that's why I don't even want to like sit and gripe but like this is such a horrible misjustice because like she'll be fine.
I don't think it was a misjustice because she had justice.
Exactly. So
But I definitely
great.
think, but you know who hasn't had justice?
The the victim.
Yeah, her dead boyfriend.
Yeah. Has she ever seen like sad about the fact that he died?
I don't
But this was
know.
like years ago, so I feel like she's probably over it at this
She
point.
said recently that his, like, he's still, like, his murderer is still out there or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Not quite like that. It wasn't like a OJ thing when he was like, we need to find who did it. Um, but then she said, like, we know who did it, but she wouldn't name a name, but like, we know who did it. Okay, well, I think that's sufficient to start.
So last week we talked a lot about the Nintendo Switch 2 being released, as you're aware, Timmy, because you were there. Or were you? I don't remember.
It was our
But
triplet.
anyway, so we're posting, and then really, these people on these Nintendo nerds on
Oh my
TikTok
God.
really get riled up quickly. Um, and so this was like our first round of some real hate comments, and they really don't phase me, except like I really like they I thought a lot of them were really funny actually. Like I was actually like giggling to myself reading like these nasty comments towards us, except for the ones about my voice because that's like a sensitive topic for because I agree. Like I also hate the sound of my voice and I
Me
hate
too. I
hearing
hate the sound of your voice too.
okay. And so I have a little monologue,
I
but I
think
don't
it
want to read
it
it.
also it doesn't help when whatever you did to your mic last week didn't
Well,
help.
oh yeah, I was gonna try and like turn it down. Hopefully it sounds better. So I have a monologue because for the longest time, my biggest hesitancy to ever posting on social media and like doing anything like this, like a podcast, was because of my voice because it's so fucking annoying. And I'm like, I hate listening to my voice, and other people are gonna hate listening to my voice too. So like for the longest time, I also used to be really fat, and I was like, didn't want to look at myself on camera. But even after that, I was like, I hate my voice. I don't want to speak on camera. But then when you're like chronically online, you start finding other influencers and people that speak on
Mm.
camera and they have like worse voices.
Name them.
I won't name them. I actually don't know the names of the people with worse voices. Oh my, I'll name one. No, I don't want to be rude. That's hypocritical. But like there's
Yeah,
people,
lift people up.
but there are people who like, you know, they still make content despite the fact that they have like voices that people find annoying, and then so that's what inspired me to still do this anyway. And so to you haters, I say, keep hating. It only makes me stronger.
Keep hating because it only gives us engagement and views. And our video that we got hate and people arguing in the comments, we got like so many views that even
Oh
though
my
okay,
god, yeah, they like were really these people are really going at each other. It's like, and the whole thing is like, it was a rage bait comment. And when I made, because the comment was that I said the $10 video game thing. And when I said that, I thought that I was going to get that reaction from you. That's why I said that, because I thought you were going to get riled up that I was claiming that video games used to only be $10, but you kind of like dismissed it and we moved on.
because it wasn't true. So I
Yeah.
just I didn't care to get angry about it.
But that's why I said it. And then but then it still worked because they got so angry. Oh my God. But But yeah, it's my voice and I'm gonna use it. And I do want to shout out because here's the creator and he's Chicago based, so I'm gonna give him a little shout out. Hey, comment. This is one of the people whose videos I see on TikTok that motivated me to not be ashamed of my voice
Oh,
because he makes a lot of content about being like he's one of
annoying.
these people that would get hate comments about his voice.
Okay, who is it?
Sam Cushing. He's Chicago based influencer.
I've never heard of him.
Well, I have. And
Do you
so
want to
shout out to him.
collab?
Yeah, let's collab. Let's meet up and collab. I don't care. I don't care about people who leave hate comments because
I don't care. Like they're always ugly. They're always either ugly or fat or losers. I'm sorry. I always say, let me see your side profile. Let me see your body. Let me see your tax returns and your bank statement before you come for me. Because it's the truth. If you are hot, if you have money, and then you are not going to have time to troll. You just don't. I can't imagine going on someone's page, watching a YouTube video and trolling them. Like, I just don't have time.
And I also want to say about hate comments is like literally like when you leave a hate comment, first of all, I don't even read the comments that much.
when
Like
you
once
say gay, do you really know what that means? What does Hillary Duff say?
that's not what she says. She says, when you say gay, do you realize what you say? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, but my thing with the hate comments is like all you're doing is giving us engagement And also, it just shows that you care so much about what we have to say that you need to uh show how much you hated it.
Well, and the thing is, like, it's cliche, but it's like I don't pay attention to the things, to mean things people say in the internet. Like, it makes no sense. And it's just like I never feel the need to ever, even if I have mean comments when I watch videos. Like, I think of mean things of certain creators
Well, a
of
lot of
certain
the
videos, but I don't feel the need to type that out and reply. I
right.
just scroll on because I'm a normal person.
Yeah. I mean, I
Like,
haven't looked on YouTube, but I feel like a lot of the stuff otherwise has been pretty mild. Well, they did that one guy said asked if we were cracked out.
that was on
But
TikTok. That was
yeah, that
funny.
was
I
on
thought that was
TikTok.
funny.
I thought that was
We
funny
are
too.
cracked out.
Yeah, I'm cracked out on my Switch too.
Yeah. All right. So that's my monologue.
Great. My turn is time for another edition of a fan favorite. Leave them alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I have another fan favorite to defend who's been defended before. 2 for 2.
You're defending the same person twice.
Yeah.
So you believe that this person, despite your pleas, has continued to get hatred?
Yes, despite my pleas. And it's like crazy. It's like, I didn't even realize it would happen this way. It's like horrible.
All right, let's hear it. I don't know who this is. I'm trying to think of who you've said.
Leave them alone, Chapel Roan. Because
Oh, what would she do this time?
nothing, literally
It's her
nothing.
old comment, right? People are
Yes.
reposting her old comment
Yes,
about
people
the
are commenting.
fuck. Oh yeah, because she
Yeah.
says fuck Trump, but also fuck the Democratic Party for something about
No,
giving us this.
she says fuck Trump for fucking real, but also fuck the Democratic Party and
Let's just
so,
clip it. We'll clip it in.
yeah, yeah. People like you
But
and
and then
me.
she goes, and also
More so
Palestine. Yeah, more so
Palestine.
Palestine.
And more so every marginalized group in this country. But my thing is like she's
So do
right.
you have? Oh, you're gonna do your thing still. You're gonna defend this, okay?
Yes. First of all, they're all making fun of her because it's like she said so much and nothing at all. And it's like
She did say nothing at all.
she's giving an opinion and she's right and she doesn't need to be your perfect political advocate. And you're just pushing her down because you're jealous because you want to run around in clown makeup too and make Pink Pony Club, but you can't because you're not a Pink Pony girl. And I just think that, you know, if, I'm going to say it again, like for her to speak out because she is a woman and a queer woman, now everyone's going to dunk on her more and be like, shut up. We don't
They
care what you
only
have to
love
say.
her because she's queer.
But then they say that she's not queer. They say she's straight, pretending to be
That's
queer.
no,
I've seen
because
that.
she's so fucking okay. Well, for the rational people, don't say that, but rational people do dunk on. I have a few comments. The problem with this her speaking out is because people were accusing her of liking Trump, and that like just couldn't stomach well for her, so she had to speak out and
Because
like make
they
this
always
video.
have to like purposefully misunderstand her what she says all the time. So then she has to make videos clarifying, and then they misunderstand that, and it's like they can
Well, she
just
should
never
just
let
stop
her
making
have a
videos, and
break.
that's the whole thing. Is she just needs to
Well,
stop
yeah.
making videos, and she has such.
Probably.
And there's no reason to gripe over this like video that is like pre-election video.
That's what
It's
I
just because
don't
it's a
get.
meme
They,
now. It's just a
but
meme.
it's like mean.
You don't have to stand up here and say, you need to leave her alone. It's just
Yeah,
a
I
meme.
do.
It's not serious. It's like it's you leave him alone, Chapel again. I will never leave her alone because if you
So
say
you're
stupid
not.
shit when you post stupid shit on the internet, yeah, it could come back and haunt you even the next year. You know, that's what happens. First, they ridiculed her. Now it's in meme form, and it'll probably stay as a meme forever. And she's going to, in 10 years, when she has like 3 babies adopted, she's still going to have to respond to her mother comments. She's still going to have to respond to this. Like, that's what happens when you say stupid stuff as a kid.
Well, are you insinuating? First of all, she's not even a kid. She's 27. It's like the broad
That makes
city.
it
What am I, a
worse.
child bride? I'm only 27.
That makes it worse.
And I don't think she'll be adopting.
It was just like a
It's a
hypothetical.
generalization.
You don't think she'll adopt because you think she'll eventually go back to being straight and marry a man?
No. Do you? A lot of people online do.
I don't, but I don't
Jojo
know.
did.
Yeah, but JoJo was faking it for clout.
I don't think she was faking it.
It's clear she was.
Not necessarily.
All right, are you done with your segment? Because I have my segment now.
Please move on.
Now it's time for America's next favorite segment, and that is You Can't Say That. Except it's it's a little slightly varied because it's You Can't Show That. I don't think it works exactly the same because in America we restrict what you can show all the time.
Not on HBO.
Oh my god. You can show penises on HBO.
Haven't you seen Euphoria?
I
Or
have.
The Righteous Gemstones?
No. With Julia Fox.
Julia Fox?
And she's the muse.
No, that's
Uncut Gems.
that's Uncut Gems. That's The Righteous
Uncut
Gemstones.
Gems. A segment, and that is, of course, You Can't Say That. But this is actually You Can't Show That. What am I talking about? I'm talking about apparently TikTok has a problem with the Fox News leg shot. Last week, I had it's summer, so I had some shorts on, and I got some nice legs, and they were showing, and I can't control that. I can't control if my beautiful legs were showing in the camera. But I was fully clothed.
Beautiful legs is a stretch to me. It was like
You're a stretch. You're stretched out.
you can't say that.
Anyway, so I had the Fox News leg shot, and TikTok restricted the video because they said it contained nudity. When I was fully clothed,
That literally killed me.
I peeled it and it was resolved. But
It was like,
guess
nope.
you can't show your leg, but you could show the tip of your penis as you're orgasming. Explain that, TikTok. I'm not over it because my eyes have been desecrated. I've seen it on my own For You page, just scrolling on my own.
I have not seen it, so I don't know what kind of videos you're watching, but I have seen people warning me not to look up white shampoo.
Yeah, don't look up white shampoo. I didn't even look it up. I watched a video warning not to watch it. So that's all. You could show porn on TikTok, but you can't show a leg.
Well, just not your leg.
Except this is America, and you cannot. And you, TikTok, are in violation of
But TikTok's a
content
Singaporean.
is supposed to be 13 plus. So under your own terms and conditions, you cannot show inappropriate content on TikTok. TikTok is violating their own terms and conditions, and they're violating U.S. law by exposing children to porn.
But it's
That's
like
a felony.
but
They
it's
should arrest him. Next time he's here, they should arrest him. If ICE don't get him,
what? That's not funny.
oh my god.
It's a Singaporean company, so they don't have to follow U.S. laws. And if you don't like it as an
That's
American,
not true. Are you
don't
dumb?
use. Then
That's
don't.
not
then
true. Don't speak on the law if you don't know the law. If you're going to operate in America, you have to follow American law. Just like if you operate in Europe, you have to follow European law. Just because you're based in America doesn't mean you don't follow European law if you sell in Europe. So just because you're based in Singapore don't mean you don't follow American law when you start selling your app in Singapore and let selling in America and let Americans use it. Are you
But they have the
dumb?
right. But are you dumb? They have the right. I read their terms of service, and it said they have the right to restrict any video they want to.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that they're allowing porn on TikTok. I'm not talking about the fact that my video was restricted. I'm talking about the fact that that video clearly wasn't. Our video was restricted in the first second it's posted. That video had like 200 comments on it. Don't you see the difference? Don't you see the problem? Don't you see what I'm talking about?
I do.
No, you're just an op. You're just opping me. You're not listening.
You don't make sense.
You don't make sense. You don't have sense. You lack sense. You lack common sense. And you lack knowledge.
Wow.
Wow, that's all you have to say. That's all you ever have to say. Wow. That really got heated. We're going to take a break and we're going to come right. So now we're going to move on to our next segment.
Releasing new songs. Cardi just released a new song. Have you heard it?
I did.
What are your thoughts on it?
So I asked, one of my close friends was like, Cardi B has a new song out. I said, like, well, how is it? And she's like, it's a real bop.
Yeah,
Let me
I'd
tell
already.
you that bitch
I already-
lied.
I know. It is kind of a bop.
It's
towards-
not good at all. It's
towards the
generic.
end.
Cardi B's
Yeah.
becoming a one flow hoe too because all her songs are sounding the same. There's no originality. You got something to say to that?
I think that, it was just like it could be original to her if she had taken the time to flesh it out. But no, I feel like I think now she's putting too much pressure to like make this second album better than her first. And it's just like it's not going to be. And you just need to release it and let it be bad. But
I
at
think
least
that's what's showing. I think that I think her music isn't good. I think she doesn't have. I don't think she's sitting on a good album. That's what this is telling me, right? Her singles that she keeps like feeding us are not good.
the one before
And
was
it's been so
good.
long since her last album that it's like, these are what you're giving us?
I mean, she had WAP, and then she didn't come out with the second album after that, and she should have. I mean, I really like WAP and Bongos. Those are both really good. And then Up is also really good to me.
I like Up. I don't
But
like
then-
Bongos at all. Bongos is so annoying.
I like Bongos.
I like Up. Up and it's stuck. If it's up, then it's stuck. If it's
Oh my
up, then
God.
it's up. Then it's up. I like Up.
I feel like
WAP.
those three were
I
all
like
good.
her original album.
Yeah, her Invasion of Privacy is really good.
I don't like Bongos. I don't like Enough. I don't like this
I don't
new
like
song.
Enough. This new one is just like it is kind of a bop if you don't pay attention to it. It's like Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter. Like it's good if you're not
Man-Child
listening.
is good.
It's good if you're not listening.
Man-Child is good. It's got humor. It's got
The music video, I get.
music. It's got satire. It's got good vocals. it's funny. It's all about it's really a song of self-deprecation, and she's saying like it's this man child's fault, but deep down the message is she knows that it's her fault. It's like deeper than what you shallow-minded
It's
people
not
aren't
about the
getting.
message. It's not about the message. It's about the song and the sound. It's about the music, man.
Sounds perfect. Sounds perfect. Who are you to
No.
tell Sabrina Carpenter that it doesn't? Who
It's-
are you?
It's Jack Antoff. Although
Yeah.
I like Please, Please, Please.
So with that
but
said, the
there is
song of the
no,
summer. So
yeah.
so you don't think it's any of Benson Boone's crap. You don't
Well,
think
it
it's
could
Cardi
be.
B.
You don't think it's Boom Boom Ice Cream?
So
What is
first of
that?
all, that's not even the name of the goddamn
Magical.
song. It's so mystical, magical. Oh baby, 'cause what you want, something. I actually like that song a lot.
I do too, unfortunately. I only like that part though. I don't listen to I only like the
How do you not like
chorus.
Moonbeam ice cream taking off
No,
your
that's the
Gucci,
chorus. I
da-da-da-da-da-da.
do
That's
like
not the
that.
chorus, that's the
Yes, that
bridge.
is. That's not the bridge because he says it multiple times, you idiot.
No, it doesn't. I think he only says it once.
He says it several times. It's the chorus.
Your chorus, a cacophony.
I am a cacophony. And you're like a dying bird falling out of the sky, screeching. It's getting really heated. What do you
So
think
it's
the
not.
song?
So what are the songs out this summer? I think the song of the summer, oh my god, it's been in front of us this whole time. Pa-dum.
That
I
was
hear it and I
literally like
know.
last
Pa-dum,
summer. What are you
pa-dum.
talking
I know
about?
you wanna
Have
take
you been
me
living
home.
under a rock?
Pa-dum. But I didn't like it last summer, but this summer I
I
do
think it
like
was
it. So
actually but I think that was actually 2 summers ago.
last summer, the song of the summer was
Espresso.
Espresso. And Good Luck Babe.
Yeah.
Good Luck Babe for the gay community and Espresso for the normal community.
Well, I was gonna say I think that the new song of the summer isn't new at all. It's actually just Pink Pony Club.
Explain. So how come? So it can't be Padam Padam, but it could be Pink Pony Club.
Because Padam Padam, no one is singing that anymore. You just
I
recently
am.
you recently caught on to it, but everyone else has moved on. No one has
I
moved on
help.
from
I'm still
one
at the
has
restaurant, still sitting in the corner. I got some.
Okay, stop.
I
No one
stayed
has
there.
moved on from Pink Pony Club.
That's such a fucking lie. I've moved on. I skip it now. There, I said it. I don't
I
listen to it
listen to
anymore.
it. I listen to it every day.
That's outrageous. You know what song I listen to every day?
Outrageous.
My friends
outrageous.
call me a loser because I'm still hanging around.
No. Okay, let's think of a modern song released recently.
Padam Padam was not the song of the summer 2 summers ago because 2 summers ago the song of the summer was Cruel Summer. Why? Because 2 summers ago Taylor Swift had just launched her Eras tour and I was there. Were you? No.
Cruel Summer was not the song of the Eras tour because it was already old.
That was the song of the summer because she starts off. That's the second song she sings on the tour, and it became very popular because people finally realized how great of the song it was. It's so great that she released a live version of it.
Okay. So
Back to this year.
any contenders for this year?
Oh yeah. It's like supernatural. something over me. So da 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 da. Or
What is that?
I go back to you, back to you, back to you. I go back to
What
you,
is
back to you
that?
every time. Ariana Grande.
I don't know either of those. Are those both Ariana?
Those are.
Well, they can't be of the summer because she released that in the fall, didn't she?
She did the end of last summer, I think. But she just released a deluxe album, so it counts.
I've never even heard of those, so it doesn't count.
What about?
What about No One Mourns the Wicked by Ariana Grande
That's
and
not the.
Cynthia
That was
Erivo?
the fall. That was fall. I guess I just have to
Oh,
acknowledge that it's
I know what it
man
is.
child.
No, it's not Man Child. I know what it is though.
What is it?
It's Thinking of You by Katy Perry.
Oh my god, yes. It is. You're absolutely right. I listened to that song 5 times today.
I listened to that song today too.
All right. It is. It's Thinking of You by Katy Perry. That is the song of the summer.
That's what I said.
I'm so glad we got to that.
No, literally.
So next we got what?
Oh my god.
Ever heard
Guy's
of
mind.
Juneteenth? Ever heard of Juneteenth? We're all free
Yes.
now.
Okay, let me just say, what if it's a national holiday, why did I still have to work? I feel like that's so unfair. I would have loved
Preach.
ally I would have loved to have celebrated and had the day off, and I did not get that opportunity.
Do you really want to sit there and say ally? To
What?
it's just so crazy.
What? I am an ally.
What do you like? It's just like a novel thing,
An ally to
a
Juneteenth.
trope,
A
an ally to.
trope.
It just seems like you're trivializing it.
I don't mean to. I genuinely don't mean to.
Well, I'm canceling you. You're canceled.
I'm gonna cancel you for the 5,000 horrible things you said in this episode alone.
I think that it is shameful to not give people Juneteenth off. It's a day of celebration for freedom.
Exactly.
So many places have embraced the holiday and have recognized it and taken the day off. And I think the businesses that are behind and are still like, well, MLK Day is enough. It's not enough. It's
not.
totally different.
And
It's a different struggle. The first they were slaves were freed, but then later they were finally through MLK the civil rights through civil equality. So they're different historical points in America, and I think they deserve an additional day off to memorialize it
I agree. And we should
in the great
acknowledge
month of June.
June 19th.
This is not just like I really want a day off to go to the beach. This is like seriously like about the day.
I don't believe that for you. But we're not free until we're all free.
I agree. We're not free unless we're all free. All Americans.
And this is not a
this is
bit.
not a message about international people. I can't control them.
Well, we're talking about
And I'm speaking
Americans.
about exactly. I'm not talking about, the Uyghurs in China. We're talking about
I can't control the Chilean miners. Like I can't help them.
exactly. This is about America. And we're not. So what are you sitting there for when there's slavery right now in privatized prison systems?
Exactly, yes.
I want to move on to our next subject, and that is, I believe, love it or hate it.
No. One more
Wait.
thing before that,
Oh, okay.
and I'll get us started. So the Trader season 4 cast was announced, and they announced someone really, really, really controversial. Like the internet is all up in arms. And I know what you're thinking. It's Michael Rappaport or whatever his name is, because he said really controversial things.
The actor.
Yeah, from our favorite movie of all time, The Heat.
That's
But
not my
no.
favorite movie of all time. My favorite movie of all time, although it has Sandra Bullock in it, is not The Heat. It's
Okay.
The Proposal.
That's horrible. It's horrible.
I love that movie.
Anyway, no, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about an even worse, more heinous person, Donna Kelsey.
What?
Yeah.
Heinous? Mama Kelsey?
Yeah. Because this is someone who is so desperate to be famous
Yeah.
that she is willing to not only use her son's name, well, their shared name, but
It's
still.
her name too.
I know, but it's like her
She
connection
is the
to them.
Kelsey.
I know, but she's profiting off of her connection to them, and further and more so, her connection to Taylor Swift is really what she's banking in. And this sister too also launched a podcast.
Well,
Where
people,
did she
the
come from?
sister-in-law, I thought.
I thought it was this. That's even worse to me.
Who is it?
I thought it was their sister.
Kylie Kelsey you're talking about?
Yeah,
That's Jason's wife.
that's even worse to me. Because who cares?
That's more on their thing, though. I don't think that's with Taylor Swift. That's about.
But
that's not
it's
related to Taylor.
all connected. Because now when you think of that family, you think of, oh, that guy who lost the Super Bowl is dating Taylor Swift.
My mic is falling.
And I just think I'm sick of the Kelseys. They were nothing until they started dating.
They were nothing.
And this is why I think it's a PR relationship that the family is behind.
But Taylor Swift gets nothing out of it.
She gets a lot out of it because she got so much attention, and she got to go to all the football games, and they would show her for
That didn't
20
do her
seconds.
any good. She showed up to support him, and then she got shit on by 20 million people just for being there. She doesn't control the cameras.
But people are talking about it, and there's no such thing as bad publicity.
She doesn't need people to talk about her. She doesn't need to seek people to talk about her. She already has enough people talking about her. If anything, she skipped more games
But
that
she
she
had
wanted
to-
to go to
but
because she was
think
getting
about
too
it.
much negative
Think
publicity just for
about it.
showing up. She didn't do anything there. She didn't tell the cameras to turn her.
Linda,
They turn her because
Linda,
that's what they
listen.
do. So how dare you? She doesn't need a PR relationship. She
Listen,
is
Linda.
the music industry. She's at the top of the world, so she doesn't need that. So she wouldn't do it just to benefit him and his family. The fact that
First
they
of
are
all-
of people and taking advantage of her name is on them, but that's not anything to do with her. And you could accuse that to anybody that she's with. It's like she'll never be able to escape that
Exactly.
ever because of
But
who she
think of
is.
this.
So, but to
Think
call
of
it
this.
any. So you're just gonna call every relationship she ever has for the rest of her life
No.
a PR relationship because
No.
because it's a one-sided people taking advantage of it, and it's not even him per se taking advantage of it, it's his family.
And him.
I don't
Okay,
think
but
it
think
is
of this.
him taking advantage of it. I could see his family definitely do it because people only care about his family because it's Travis Kelce dating Taylor Swift. No one cares about the Kelceys otherwise
She had just gotten out of a
outside of the football world.
She had just gotten out of a 6-year relationship, which was obviously not a PR relationship. That was obviously a very real relationship. And then she starts dating
This relationship has been like a year and a half.
and then she starts dating, not dating this controversial musician, and everyone hates that. And so now she's like, I gotta, ditch this guy and switch to a better one to make my image, to clean up that
No,
image, to pretend that
wrong.
didn't happen.
No, that's so ridiculous. You're
So
so
she chooses
ridiculous.
the-
Oh
the-
my God. It's not cool to hate Taylor Swift just because so many people like her because she's a musical genius. Who said
I don't
that?
hate her. I don't hate her. I'm just
You
I'm
do.
just- I
Look at
don't
your
hate her.
stupid ass theory. I'm not
It's
saying
not
that with
true.
hate. I'm not saying that I should
You
hate her for
are
it.
because
I'm
it's
not saying she's
stupid.
a
You're
bad.
making shit
I'm not
up.
saying it's a bad thing. I'm just
You're
saying it is a
spreading.
thing.
You're spreading disinformation. You're not even misinformed. You know it's not true,
not.
but you're saying it anyway.
It's not
That's disinformation.
disinformation.
Yes,
if
it
it's
is.
It's my opinion.
You
Is no
cannot
one else
have an
allowed to have
opinion.
an
Oh
opinion?
my god, you cannot have that opinion. It's a fake opinion based on fake news.
I'm not. It's listen. I don't need a receipt. The receipt is in my heart.
Your heart is full of emptiness. That's why there's no receipt. All right, I gotta take a 5-minute break. My mic keeps falling. All right, now it's time to move on to America's favorite segment, Love It or Hate It. Timmy, you want to start us off with your first one?
Love it or hate it, TikTok.
Hate it. Hate it.
Okay, as a user, I used to love it, but then ever since their little fake ban over the winter, it hasn't been the same algorithmically, and I think I hate it too, but I can't stop using it. And
As a user, I hate
and
it.
as
And
a
as
user,
a creator, I hate it.
as a creator, I hate it too.
Yeah. Love it or hate it, Judge Judy.
Love it.
Love it. I didn't know where you would stand on that. I thought maybe it'd be too soft because, people are canceling her because they say she's too mean.
She is
What are
mean,
your
but
thoughts?
like she's
But
mean,
that's
but
why you love her.
she's from the era where it was okay. Yeah. And I feel like we need to stop being little pussies.
Yeah.
Okay, love it or hate it, Cats. Speaking of pussies.
The musical? Oh my god. The musical or the animal?
The animal.
Love them.
You do?
Yeah.
I love them too, but I also I kind of want one, but it's like I don't think I do right now. But maybe
That's
in the
riveting.
future.
That's riveting.
I just don't know. I feel like I want to get a cat, and I also want to get
Love
another
it or
dog.
hate it. Love it or hate it. Global warming.
What am I supposed to say? I love it. I hate it.
I love it.
I don't want to know why.
Mild winters. Mild winters. Nice warm summers. Count me in.
It's like super hot summers. And it's actually really bad for the animals. I watched the documentary and they're like these rabbits that their fur changes in the winter because of global warming and how inconsistent the temperature is. Like it gets warm again, even though it's still technically winter, and so all the snow melts, and then their fur is still white. And so then they get killed. But that's like not even their fault.
Get over it. Not my problem.
You don't have compassion for rabbits.
What can I do about it?
You can, for instance,
Recycle? Never.
I think we need to put pressure on the companies to make change, and they never will.
Your last one.
People who make plans but never follow through with them.
Hate it.
I hate it too. And that's why I hate you. Because that's what you do to me. Other than cutting me off constantly throughout this episode, and I'm really annoyed by it.
Oh, you just go on so long. It's like you have to know when to stop talking sometimes. You just keep going.
But I bought the crochet thing because you said we were going to do it.
We
on live.
are.
And every time
We haven't gone live yet.
And but when I've gone to your apartment and I brought over my crochet thing, you say, "Oh, I don't want to do it tonight."
Yeah, I don't want to do it at 10 p.m. Both times you've been at my apartment, it's been 10 p.m. I don't want to set it up and go live and be live for until midnight. I think that's reasonable. You never came here at a reasonable time.
I was there in the morning, too.
When we did the podcast,
Go squeeze it in.
you
But
wouldn't have wanted to sit here and do the
But
podcast.
instead, you wanted to play Minecraft.
Yeah. See, so you're painting me out someone who cancels plans. That's not canceling plans. That's just not doing what you want to do when we hang out. We still hung out. We just didn't do what you wanted to
But
do.
you said that's what we're going to do.
I said that before I knew what time we were going to get here. Both times.
Is that the last one?
I just think, like, if you want to do it, we could set up a time to do it. Like, you know, you have to be so dramatic all the time. Miss Drama Queen.
Oh my god.
Now it's time for America's favorite segment, Moral Dilemma. This is the segment where
What?
I just feel like you're like glaring at me, like you're just so seething with anger.
I'm not even looking at you.
Well, that's crazy. I've never heard that before. This is a segment where you can write in your moral dilemma and we will solve it. So I have it printed out, so let me grab it. All right, team, are you ready for this week's moral dilemma?
Yeah.
Hi, twins. I'm a huge fan. I've been listening since the beginning and I just really love the show. There's just really nothing else like it. The blonde twin is my favorite.
I don't think this is real.
This is real. It was written into the show.
When?
It's dated June 17th.
Oh, so this is not the one we were going to do.
No, I bumped up to next week.
It's horrible.
We just have so many to choose from. It's hard to pick the best one, but I bumped that one. My moral dilemma is I recently went out to lunch to Texas Roadhouse with my brother, and I paid for the meal
Oh my god.
with the agreement that I would be paid back.
No, that was
later on
not the
Father's.
agreement.
Excuse me. Can I read the email before you
No,
start
it's
screaming?
not.
Later on Father's Day, I asked my brother to pick out an extra candle from Yankee for my gift to my
And
dad.
they were $20.
Since my brother was already there. And then he wouldn't have to pay me back for the meal.
Oh my god.
Well, to my surprise, my brother picked out the candle I told him to get, but gave it to my dad as if it was from him. There was no second candle.
It was.
I still haven't been paid back or compensated for the lunch. I'm very broke, so what should I do? Should I confront my brother?
No.
Thanks, Alex from Chicago.
No, you shouldn't confront him because it sounds like to me that at the dinner you said you'll just owe me in Dunkin'. You're gonna owe me a lot.
I
of
didn't say that in
Dunkin'.
the email.
And also, can you consider that when you ask someone to buy a gift on your behalf, but you're not going to send them money, then you're not actually buying the gift and you're not actually picking it out because I still had to pay
You don't
for
have to
it.
send someone money for a gift when you owe that someone money. So if they're saying, I'll absolve the debt you owe me, can you do this task for me since you're already at the store? Why would you have to be sent money?
Because to
And
me,
Texas
that's-
Roadhouse is expensive. It's more than a $20 candle. So it really was a deal. So now you still owe this brother
No,
owes
it's
more
not
money
a
than if he
deal.
just bought the candle.
No.
So yeah, I think well first obviously you could just do nothing and let it go, but I feel like this brother,
think
sleazy brother,
That's
you
exactly what you should do is
no,
do nothing and
absolutely
let it go. Because
absolutely not in this
I
situation. I
don't
think
think
you
you'll be
should
getting
confront
your
him and you
money
should call him
back.
out for his greedy, slimy skis ball self and tell him like that was really shady to buy the candle I told you to buy, but then not get one from me. Why do your eardrums keep popping out?
Because they're really old.
D- Wait, when did you get those?
I got these when I got these when I got my phone.
When did you get your
My
phone?
um 2023.
It's not that old. But yeah, so confront him.
I say don't confront him and I say get over it.
So just
And
no, you can't just.
and the thing is when you buy things for your siblings, sometimes you're never gonna see that back. And
That's
also
facts.
I was going to do split pay, but because you ordered a third thing, we could not. And then
Exactly.
I was going to send you the money and you said don't. You'll just owe me in Dunkin'.
I didn't specifically mean you had to pay me back only in Dunkin'. I
But
was
that's
just
what you
meaning
said.
I was just meaning
You
you
said
could
you're
just
gonna
buy me something next time. I didn't
you're gonna
specifically
owe me
mean,
a lot of Dunkin'. That's what you said though.
oh my God. That didn't literally mean you'll only buy me Dunkin'. It just meant you'll owe me something next time.
But that's like lazy for you that to like you can't even buy your own gift for your own dad.
You were already at the store. It was a candle. You already owed me money
$20
and you were already at the
candle.
store. You could have picked out. I told you which one to get, and you happened. Surprise, surprise, you got that one.
So it's from
Isn't that
both of
funny?
us. So it's from both of us.
And I still am in debt for the lunch because I also haven't gotten any fucking Dunkin' either. Isn't that funny?
Because we haven't been together.
I just saw you today. You could have walked in with a Dunkin' and I didn't get one.
We didn't.
We're going to conclude the episode with a great announcement. That is our next book that we're reading for the Twinfluenced Book Club, and that is Original Sin by Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson. And this is about the cover up of Joe Biden's mental decline and the sabotage of the 2024 election and all that stuff. So that is the book we will be reading.
We'll be reviewing it July 29th.
We'll be reviewing it for the Twinfluenced Book Club on July 29th.
Great.
So feel free to read it along if you just want to listen to what we say about the book. All right, great. That's all we have for you today on this episode of Twinfluenced. Be sure to follow us everywhere, comment, like it everywhere, and tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your grandmas. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.
Bye.